It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. It's the Cowboys and the Bengals on Thursday night.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season. And again, as of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Looking to pass. Tua. Underneath for Miller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That good for 22 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
2 yards the loss, second and 12. The Bengals at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to...
And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Kendre Miller. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he's off to a tremendous start here through 2 weeks of the season. Already 9 touchdown passes. Everyone wants to come out and generate a little momentum. He's done that and more, no question about it.
Throwing to start the drive. Colbert. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 68 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run to the wide side here with Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Running left is Miller. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's already closing in on 100 yards for the game. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sinclair, room here to run.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
That good for 19 and a first down.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 17-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
Colbert. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level.
Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bengals getting set to go.
Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
Here's Tua. They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Inside handoff now, Miller. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From the gun, it's Tua.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. They'll run on first down. Burns.
And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he slings one that's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd down and 8.
Operating from the gun, Colbert. And it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Colbert being chased out left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Sinclair.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Looking to throw. Colbert. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Alex Highsmith collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Back to throw.
Colbert.
Caught by Jones.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Here is 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw.
Colbert. He'll find Jones again, complete. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
To the sideline and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burns. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Tua setting up shop to throw again.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's right, snug. Hey, time about two. Time about two. Time about two.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
Well, not one you see often there, as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
Sheds off the tackle, and he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Sinclair. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Well, they picked up right where they left off from the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Again, it's Miller. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Tua sets up to pass it. That's caught again by Schultz. So the completion good for just 3. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Miller is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft.
And he'll take this into the end zone from Bengal TD. Kendre Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And this one quickly to Lamb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
On 3rd down, Sinclair. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Dumps it complete to Miller. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And his throw is incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 9. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Colbert.
Open man right side. That's McConkey.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
That one complete to McConkey.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Now a give right side. Sinclair.
And he'll get it inside the 35. Now during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Back to throw. Colbert.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Looking to throw. Colbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker.
Santos' kick is up and through,
and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Bengals offense and running back Kendre Miller ready to go once more. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Inside the 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6, and I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So the Cowboys now bringing the offense out there to go for 2.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try and run. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tua going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The end result, 21 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you said, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you. We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Back to throw. Colbert. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So now the Bengals down by 15. A little under 1:50 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Here we go, Shaq.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And that incomplete nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. It could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Here's a 2nd and 5.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Sinclair, and he is going to lose yardage here. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go